Okay, Dave, say something funny.
Hello.
Yep, that's what I expected right there.
A ball rolling down a hill that slams into a bodega. No, that's not comedy. That's just misfortune.
Welcome to Word Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned Doom. Our steely nerve competitors, a writer, another writer, Doom, and that other guy. And now it's gloves off, and set your dictionaries to fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suzak.
Welcome to Word Rango. My name is Mike Suzak. I'm joined this week by Bob Ball,
Doom!
Dave Hinkle,
I'm about a half Doom, maybe 3/4 Doom.
and not Ryan Lewis. Ryan, I don't know, maybe he'll show up, maybe he won't. That's the sort of...
Did we not get him out of that well?
Nope.
I knew I was forgetting something. I should have written it down on a Post-it note.
So I wanted to break this to you guys, but I guess this is a good time. So I spent my week away devising a very Wile E. Coyote type trap to catch my own personal Roadrunner, Ryan. And I have him locked up right now in a cage in the basement. So let's go poke him with sticks later, you know? Maybe like just cackle at him some.
But
loud
it's
noises.
it's a cage where on the side in big bold letters it says Acme.
Well, where do you get your cages from, you know? Like,
Where do you get everything from? From Acme, of course.
Yeah.
So when you say Roadrunner-esque type scenario to catch him, was it just like a piece of pie on the sidewalk?
No, I mean there was a painted wall to make it look like a highway. There was there was like a tiger trap on the ground, which is weird because it's really effective against roadrunners. They should just call it a roadrunner trap. Yeah, you know, it was this whole thing. There was like a Rube Goldberg type machine. It was nutty, man, but it worked, and that's the important thing.
Man, I love that. I would love to explore that further, but there's no time. We don't have any time for anything right now. Moving on.
Quickly, there's no time.
Last week was our very first ever special listeners episode, in which @7ravis won with the word Trencherman, which is just great. It was a fantastic word.
Congratulations! Ooh, man, this really does burn in the forearms.
Trencherman, of course, being the world's worst Mega Man villain. So good. But, you know, that means that, you know, we're back at it this week. We're giving you guys at least 3 words, 4 if Ryan decides to ever show up. Otherwise, he's fired. But, you know, we got to get started. And I think the best way to do this is, Dave, you were out last week. Let's get you to start. Dave, what's your word this week?
All right, my word is pretty great. It rolls off the tongue. My word this week is callant.
Ooh.
Callant.
Callant. CALLUNT?
Oh, close. A-N-T. You got an "an" at the end, not a "unt."
Oh, that makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah.
That makes all the difference. All right, well, mine...
Sounds like the kind of talent you'd only find in California.
Yeah.
Bro, I've got the talent. I'm going to make it big.
Is that like a version of The Shining for like blonde hair white people? Like, it's like all blonde Californians could like speak to each other in some crazy psychic language.
Bob, what do you think callant means?
All work and no play makes me want to surf, bro.
A surfer version of The Shining would be fantastic.
I would watch that.
Okay, callant is it's a proclivity or a disposition towards having life-size cutouts with you at the dinner table. Listen,
like you're never dining alone type thing? Like,
are you a little lonely? Do you miss a full table at those big family dinners of yesteryear? Are you a little off your rocker? Then how about a life-size cardboard cutout of James Franco seated with you at your Hungry Man dinner for one? Huh?
just sitting there next to you on the couch, just gabbing it up with James Franco while you guys watch King of Queens.
Will cardboard James Franco help you answer those questions on Jeopardy quicker? Nope, he's cardboard. But it will make Mrs. Kaufman from across the hall call the cops because her eyes aren't so good and she'll think you kidnapped that nice young man from the TV. Callant.
Not only do I like the idea of spending gross amounts of time with cardboard cutouts, but I would also like it, though, is if you spent time with them and you decided to really bring them to life. So just like in Home Alone, you have them rigged up so that they're like, like rocking back and forth in front of the window to convince people outside that you're not alone. Like part of the facade here isn't just convincing yourself that you're not alone. It's convincing others that you do have a friend with you, but they're really just cardboard cutouts of like Michael Jordan,
I like it.
I'm all about that. Man, Calent. For me, I guess my main thing is that when I look at this word, it looks like call aunt. And I think it would be really boring to say it just means that you call your aunt. Like that's
Yeah. But it could be like a truncated version of that, like a quick message, because we're all like very busy, You have these New Yorkers who are like, "Jeet yet?" And it's like that's their way of saying, "Hi, have you had dinner this evening?" Like
Right.
it could be that kind of thing. Like call your aunt, but no, just call it.
Yeah, but I was thinking more in terms of like it's getting in touch with like, oh, son of a bitch, that's not funny at all. Wow.
Take two.
Yeah, call aunt. It looks like call aunt, and boy, let me tell you, that would be boring as hell, because it would just be, you calling your aunt, and Dave says something here, and
Do I?
Take three.
Oh boy, it looks like call aunt, and that
Take
would be,
four.
Wow, this looks exactly like call aunt to me, and
Take five.
So like, okay, let's say that you had a special cell phone.
Take six.
All right, so you pick up a rotary phone.
Take seven.
You're on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and you have one lifeline left to get to the $1 million, and you have to call your aunt.
Take eight.
Okay.
Howie Mandel is your uncle, and he loves you very much.
So you're in prison, and you have to make one call to get you out. So you call your aunt. That's it. That's my guess. Dave, what does callant mean?
All right, well, callant, whatever you want to, however you want to say it, callant, is actually a Scottish word, and it is a term for a boy, or synonymous with the term lad. So it is chiefly Scottish, used as to refer to a boy. It is a callant. Ever since he was a callant, he's been fishing off the east coast of Scotland.
Was he not allowed to come home? Was he just sent fishing forever?
Oh, no. Do you not? So you don't know.
What, how does the story end, Dave?
I mean, did you not get the memo about Scotland being turned into an island prison and nobody's allowed? Wait, no, Scotland's attached, right? It's not. It's like attached
Did they
to
somehow
Ireland, isn't
cut
it?
off Scotland?
Or no, Ireland's the island. Scotland's attached to Britain, which is also called the UK and England, and they use pounds and euros. I don't know how it works over there, man. They're crazy. They're crazy.
Philly Prep School, you have failed us again.
It's like the best oxymoron, like Jumbo Shrimp, Philly Prep School.
What were they prepping you for? Failure.
Speaking of
Abject failure.
Dave, speaking of, I had a delicious Wisconsin cheesesteak today, but I believe they actually should be calling it a Wisconsin Philly cheesesteak.
God damn it.
I just want to let you know.
You guys are ludicrous. I try not to engage when Bob Ball sends me texts and tweets and Facebook messages, but I can't help it on the podcast. It's not a Philly cheesesteak. That's just stupid.
Listen, the sign in Las Vegas said Philly cheesesteak.
Well, they're liars, and somebody should call the Better Business Bureau and question.
Are you telling me that anyone in Las Vegas is a liar, sir? Anyone?
Does Bob text you just giant pictures of the letter T just to mock you? Is that part of the problem?
No, he sends me everything. I mean, we say goodnight to each other. It's a real special relationship.
Sending pictures of me and Cardboard James Franco.
Yeah, exactly.
My arm around him. Click. Selfie.
Well, real quick, I want to know: Have you guys ever had a cardboard cutout at all of a person at all? Is that
no?
Just seen them?
No, never.
My fiance used to have one of the.
Be quiet, Cardboard James Franco. Quiet.
Of Dwayne the Rock Johnson, actually.
Really?
Yeah, really. I don't know if that.
Wait, was that when you guys were living together? That was in your house?
No. This was this was back when she was at her parents' house, so much younger.
Because that would be funny to have to come home to that every day, and it's you gotta live up to the Rock.
So is Is this shirt on or shirt off?
Oh, shirt off.
Oh. So's my James Franco. Wait, no, I don't have one of those.
Hi, honey. Hi, The Rock. How's dinner? Oh, good. You smell what he's cooking, huh? Get it? Get it, Dwayne? Got it? Yeah. The people's strudel, that's pretty good, isn't it?
At the very least, you could take out the trash once in a while.
Hey, honey. Honey, what do you think? Oh, it doesn't matter what you think. Am I right, The Rock? High five, my friend. Let's move on, because that joke ran its course.
I'll cut it out in post. It's fine.
Okay. I think, Bob, I guess we'll have you go next. I feel really good about my word, but I'm going to save it. I'll go last. Bob, what's your word this week?
Oh, it's like you're batting ninth. Nobody cares because I'm batting cleanup. What up, people? If for those of you who don't know, that was all baseball stuff, I think. My word this week, the winning word, is, let me clear my throat for this one, tibialoconcupiscent.
Oh, come on.
Tibialoconcupiscent.
Dave, I dare you to spell this.
All right, tibby toe. So Tibbytoe, tibby toe, con nificent, nifficent.
Man, you are so close.
Really?
You got the T right.
Okay. Thanks. That's good.
After that, it took a left turn down Philly Prep School Lane. Tibialoconcupiscent. Get your Scrabble letters out for this one. You're probably going to need a second bag. It is TIBIALOCONCUPISCENT. Tibialoconcupiscent.
Tibialoconcupiscent. Okay. Bob, you might have been the first. I can't wait to hear this definition because it sounds strikingly similar to a word that we have had on this show before, concupiscence. And I will go first. Concupiscence, for those that don't remember, means to have a strong desire, a strong sexual desire. Now, tippy-toe concupiscence, it means to have a strong desire when you are on your tippy toes. So now it's think of it in terms of this is how I get off. This is what gets me going is getting that extra 3 inches tops, extra 2 inches that you get when you go up on your tippy toes. So for instance, you're with your girl, you're with your boy, whatever. And you're in the kitchen. Oh, honey, can you please get me the flour from off the top shelf in the cupboard that we keep all of our baking stuff? Sure. I'm not going to pull out a chair for this or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and just get that little extra inch. And oh, good Lord. Look at those feet. They're straining right now. You're putting all your weight on like 4 toes. Ooh, wow. That's tippy-toe concupiscence. It's kind of gross, but it's definitely a thing.
So every time you see Fred Flintstone bowling on the Flintstones, you're like,
oh, Wilma.
Okay.
Okay. I think that was the name of the... Okay, Dave, what do you think tibialoconcupiscent means?
All right, so you know how like you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I gotta go pee, and you go pee and you come back and you like stub your toe and you have that rush of pain that like flies up into your knee and then it kind of goes into your leg and then it goes up into your stomach and then you like, throw up a little bit in your mouth and then you like swallow it back down and you lose vision for a moment. And all that stuff together, that is the overall medical sensation. And we just finally, just this past year, were able to get together enough consonants and vowels to finally diagnose this thing. But that is what tippy-toe concupiscence is. That's what it is in a nutshell.
That's awesome. Dave, I want you to repeat after me, tibialoconcupiscent.
Tibuloconcupiscent. Tibuloconcupiscent.
Two more times.
I already forgot it. Tibito concupiscent.
Tibulo concupiscent.
Tibulo concupiscent. Tibulo concupiscent.
Tibulo concupiscent.
Yes,
Dave is
there
like
you
a
go.
guy that goes to an optometrist and somehow magically his vision gets worse as the test goes on. It's like, okay, you're probably about 20/40. No, 20/60. Okay, are you even trying anymore? I don't
Yeah, it's a bitch when I have to take tests because it's actually a condition. It's adult onset dyslexia. It's onset by the pressure situations of having to diagnose what my vision is, having to take tests, stuff like that.
Being on a podcast.
Being on a podcast. Yep, pretty much.
Waking up.
Breathing.
Trying to read the label on a box of cereal.
Yeah, making it through each day.
Oh, what is this? Franken Rubby. I don't know what this is. I got nothing. I'm just going to eat it.
Sometimes I think that, like, Bob likes to steer us to a direct... Like, you could get as dark and depressing as you want, Dave, but Bob he's got a thread, and he's going to see it through, okay?
Yeah, there's no derailing that train.
Nope. No.
Woo! Chicka, 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 chicka.
Let's get back on that train. Bob, I want to know, what does tibulo concupiscent mean?
Tibulo concupiscent, friends, is having a lascivious interest in watching women put on stockings.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
That's good.
So,
we
so
have
there is the sexual desire part, but the tibulo...
Do I want you to take it off? No. I want you to put it on. Put it slower. I'm starting to creep myself out. Slower.
This is a thread.
Wait,
I don't want you to
stopped.
see through these.
You've stopped. Starting at... Okay, that's better. Thank you. Oh.
Now, what does this sort of person do at Christmas time?
I think it's the same thing this person does the rest of the year. Be super creepy.
So, see you have some stockings there on the mantle.
You mind putting those on? Slow. Well, that didn't take very long at all. Do you have longer stockings?
Do you think like you would just walk around with like
Can you put on multiple stockings?
like a big brown bag and you just bump into people and you accidentally knock open stockings on the ground all the time? You're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, since it's down there, you mind just like trying that on real quick? Like just, kind of slowly, sensually.
I like the idea too of this, like, I've always been fascinated by fetishes. I mean, like, I find the whole thing just totally fascinating because it's this thing that people are fixated on.
I love fetishes. It's one of the best cheeses.
God damn it, Bob. God damn it. But no, I like the idea because sometimes people get, and this can be a horrible bad thing, obviously, too, like that goes without saying, but sometimes people get so desperate to seek their fetishes out, and in this case, it's watching people put stockings on, that they maybe go to like weird measures to just get a taste, right? So like maybe this guy goes to like his friend's house. It's like, hey Gary, do you mind if we watch Silk Stockings? Like, it's sort of related. I mean, it helps me, but like there's got to be like other little ways to sort of,
Hey Gary, I brought some snacks for us. It's in that brown paper sack on your end table. This is just a bunch of stockings.
Put them on.
And put them in your mouth.
Whoa, you took this to a different place. It's just putting on the stockings, Dave. I mean, seriously, what do they teach in that prep school?
I mean, this actually gives me a great idea for a new product for us. How about tongue stockings? Like, doesn't your tongue ever get cold? Like, why haven't we invented stockings for tongues yet?
They already have those. They're called condoms. They taste awful.
Oh, God damn.
Oh, Bob.
Whoa, good.
Whoa. I'll take that in post.
Yeah, you will. You'll break that rubber in post. But no, I agree, Dave. I think first off, we need a very clever name. We need to be able to convince people, look, sometimes you want to put a thing, you want to wrap a thing around your tongue. I mean, it's not that people get their tongues pierced. They already like doing shit with their tongues.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why not put a beautiful looking sock or something, Just put a sock on it.
I think somebody pull up, Google and just Google. I'm feeling that it should be something mouth related.
Okay.
And keeping things away. Try dentaldam.com.
Dentaldam.com. Like you're damning the dentist? Like, damn you, dentist?
Dentaldam.com.
Or you mean like a dam that
into it.
stops like... I guess that one makes more sense. Dentaldams.com exists, but dentaldam.com does not. Oh, it takes you to Condomania. That's nice.
Condomania!
Because
Condomania!
if there's one sensation that's sweeping the nation, it's this condom fever, man. Everybody's just way into these condom things all of a sudden.
Listen, there are 7 billion people on this planet. No one is that deep into condoms.
Yeah.
There are 7 billion people on this Captain Planet. I think that we need to explore this just a little bit. I think the stocking thing for your tongue, I feel like we can come up with a bullet point list that is like the reasons why people would want this. I think number 1, fashion. Obvious, right? I mean, that's, it looks cool. When you're talking, it's like having grills,
Yeah.
And grills can be expensive. Nice grills are expensive. But the second you talk, people notice it. It's like, oh, dude, that guy's got a gold tooth, like that's noticeable, but again, expensive. This is sort of the more affordable approach for mouthwear that people can immediately notice and say, hey, that guy knows what's up. And also, he's talking like he has a sock in his mouth right now, too. So, like, something like fancier designs and stuff, maybe a little bells on it.
We need a celebrity to endorse this who will not be affected by having it on their tongue.
Eddie Vedder.
I wonder what Toothless Fergie is doing if she's going to be on a red carpet
That's
soon.
another good one. Yeah, definitely Toothless Fergie. Guamo.
I'm fast and forward.
The other bullet point I was thinking is just, okay, if you know how your, like, what is it, occipital or whatever the fuck, I don't know what the fuck it's called. I can't remember the name of it. But it's the system in your fucking head for smelling things, and those sorts of, like, it involves your taste buds as far as smelling things. So let's say someone lets out a vicious fart, and it's so bad it feels like you're tasting it. That's when you slide one of those tongue socks on, and you're not going to smell or taste it then.
Oh, that is such a new way to blame somebody else for your own farts.
That's true.
You just go, oh, and then put one on. You totally did that.
He who tasted
totally
it
did.
blasted it. Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
I don't know. I was trying to come up with a new catchphase. Because we've had he who smelt it dealt it, like, forever. It's like,
And
come
then
on,
there's,
move
like,
over. Give somebody else a chance.
Denied it, supplied it, and I don't know. I think that was in Richie Rich. Let's move on. This is going nowhere. And I think we need one more word to tell us to go somewhere.
Mike, what's your word this week?
My word this week is jackaroo.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go have me a quick jackaroo in the bath. Hey, you boys fancy a quick jackaroo? Little circle jackaroo?
Don't forget your tongue condom.
Aw, you took it to a bad place, Bob.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
Blame this on me.
Yeah.
Dave, you're the one that's approaching people asking if they want a circle jerk.
Well, I mean, a lot of the weirdness though of it is cut off by the Australian accent. You're just like, oh, well, that accent's so dreamy. I mean, I'll do whatever. Sure, here's my credit card.
Well, I think you're doing it wrong. That Philly prep school did not do you any favors.
Yeah.
I think he got Dave. It sounds like you got your Australian accent from the Outback Steakhouse, most likely.
I got it reading the menu. Yes.
What do you
I
think?
picked it up.
Like first off, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. I'll just spell it quick. It's Jackeroo. Jackaroo.
Oh, jackaroo.
Yeah, and Bob, let's get a guess from you. What do you think jackaroo means?
Jackaroo. Now that is a mouthful. In fact, that's kind of what it means. It brings your. It's I'll get a hold of it here shortly. Let me just grab that rope. It's your big family get-together dinner. You brought a date. I love you, Cardboard James Franco. Now you can finally meet Cardboard Mom and Cardboard Dad. You of course have drawn them. You don't have cardboard cutouts of your mom and dad. It's when you put too much in your mouth at like a semi-formal dinner. For example, I was at a big Sunday dinner at my parents' house one time, and my sister asks my brother, who is across the table from her, for a roll. You know, it's those soft, squishy rolls that that compact very well, and you can flatten them into, whatever, and then make them into shapes like, dinosaurs, or maybe a nice hat, a fascinator. So instead of my brother actually taking the basket of rolls and passing them across the table, he instead puts one in his paw and then lofts it across the table. And as if I am a ninja, like I am in the Karate Kid, I waxed on and just with the flick of an elbow, moved my hand right in front of my sister's face, grabbed it in midair, and then in one swift motion, all of it right in the mouth.
I don't believe you.
You were on the edge of your seat. I can feel it. So
I can't picture it. I just can't. I think you need to describe it again, but in more detail, like slower.
Then I will.
More detail?
At this point, my sister begins to laugh so hard she's crying. Mm-hmm. However, her hand is still up for the roll. My brother, who is chuckling to himself, reaches in the basket again, lofts another one across the table. And I, with the skill of the ancients, move that elbow right into place, grab it again, and then the second one is now in my mouth. I'm chewing furiously to try to get some of this down. My brother now begins to laugh so hard he's crying, but my sister's hand is still in the air. He goes into the basket, lofts another one across the table, and ninja-like reflexes, I have a third one. I bring it to my lips, and I realize at this point, I'm a little full in the mouth. I have it to my lips, and there's nowhere to put it. I'm crying at myself right now and laughing. My mother's like, "Oh, here, take a paper towel, get that out of his mouth, just get that out." That is a jackaroo.
That was like some sort of ancient like Confucius proverb or something. I feel like we're supposed to get some sort of meaning out of that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the nugget of wisdom in there. I'm digging deep. I'm digging real deep.
A man who takes one too many dinner rolls.
Give a man a dinner roll today, and he can have a fancy dinner tonight. But
teach a man to pluck it from the air, and he will feed himself forever.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess, but like, I mean, really, what did we learn here, Bob? It's that you can only fit 2 dinner rolls in your mouth.
Or that I am a giant pig and don't sit next to me at dinner.
There's that, yeah, but I mean, the ninja-like reflexes, I think, were more or less a distraction from the real point, which was one of greed and lawlessness, and a lack of self-control, a lack of kindness for your sister. So, I mean, really, when you roll this all up, it really is, like, should a man take 1 too many dinner rolls, he'll find himself more empty than he began.
Just a quick question. Why has my therapist been calling you and giving you information?
Dave, what do you think jackaroo means?
All right, so jackaroo is like, so it's kind of like this. It's like, you know how somebody like hijacks a plane, or like hijacks like your day, or hijacks a thread on a forum. I think a jackaroo is a very.
I love the levels of severity to that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could hijack. Yeah.
How does someone hijack your day? Do they just like you're sitting at work and all of a sudden you're in like a wheelie chair and all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, I'm moving right now. What's going up? Wait, what's going on? And it's like, oh, you're coming with me, sir. Yeah. Like I am taking over your day.
No, it's like I mean, 2 buddies are out drinking and having a good time, and it's like, oh, one buddy had too much. It's like he can't drive, so he goes and crashes with his friend, wakes up the next day, he doesn't have his car, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I gotta move a couch for my ex-girlfriend, and I want to go apply for a credit card at Home Depot, and like you end up having to do all this shit with this guy, and you're like, thanks for hijacking my day, bro. Like all I wanted to do was just have a couple beers and maybe fight somebody in the parking lot of Denny's, and here I am watching you fill out forms at Home Depot. Anyway, so back to a jackaroo. A jackaroo Jackaroo is on that level, but it's specifically your delightful kitty cat sweater wearing mother basically hijacking your day in that kind of situation. It's like you go and visit and you think you're going to go see friends and you're going to do this and that. And it's like, no, she guilt trips you into going to the crochet museum with her, or like, just sitting there and staring at each other while she asks you if you're eating enough and stuff like that. A jackaroo is like a pleasant, more like, it's like a jackaroo. It's like, no, I'm not like jacking your day. It's just a little jackaroony, little.
Is that why you're always late for stuff? You're in some sort of weird secret Denny's parking lot fight club?
No. I thought you were going to go with the whole, like, you're hanging out with old ladies and it's like, yeah, they're the greatest generation. You can't say no to them and they like to tell stories. So what am I going to do? It's kind of like having an older Bob Ball in your life, but like a whole bunch of them, like that's. But it's fun. They're great ladies. They're great ladies.
Everybody needs some older Bob Balls in their life.
Rule number 1 of Denny's Fight Club: endless scrambled eggs, like endless rubbery scrambled eggs. It's a great rule, really.
You want bottomless coffee and some blood on the parking lot? Denny's Fight Club.
Denny's Fight Club. I would join Denny's Fight Club. I would definitely join Denny's Fight Club.
Is there a punch card for that? Get it? Punch card?
Oh, yep. That's good. That's real good.
You're welcome.
Dave, I really like your guess because it is something that's very familiar. When we first approached the concept many years ago, meaning like not even 2 minutes ago, of hijacking someone's day, it was something that was very foreign to me. But the second that you brought up it being like your mother, it just instantly rung a bell, because when you have a relative that's sort of like they're older and you're sort of like, okay, I know I'm spending time with them, but I kind of want to get away, and it's like I'm just gonna visit for a half hour, and next thing you know, you're helping them, cut the grass and stuff 2 hours later.
Yep.
That is a quintessential jackaroo. I totally get what you mean. It makes
Dave, can you take me to the pharmacy to get my pills? It'll only take a few minutes. Hey, since we're out, can we run by the store? I need the preparation H or I or maybe some J.
Preparation J? It's like, what no-name department store are you at getting some Preparation J?
Preparation J. That sounds like literally the worst, most old geriatric rapper ever. Preparation. Hey, yo, guys, my name's Preparation J. I'm here to burn your asses. Good.
My name is Preparation J. I get winded going to the stairs. Can someone get me my pills?
The worst rapper. Yeah, okay. I bet you guys want to know what jackaroo means. Here it comes.
Dying to know.
It is, according to Google, it is an Australian word, of course.
Oh, look at us getting all cultured and worldly this week.
Yeah, that is true. It is working out.
Scotland, Australia,
Confucius, yeah. It is an Australian word for a young man working on a sheep or cattle station to gain experience.
Experience in what?
He's an apprentice on a sheep ranch. That's what it is.
Like, are you just there to get experience living on a ranch? Like,
I have no idea. That's the best part.
Like, you check out my resume. I've lived on a ranch for 4 years. 4 years. I'd be great at living on your ranch.
Yeah, it's like you went to a state school you went to a business school at a state school, and you're like, you finally got that 4-year degree in 6.5 years, and you come out and there's no jobs. So you decide, you know what, I'm going to take this internship on a sheep ranch and I'm going to gain some experience. Who knows what you're gaining experience doing other than helping with sheep and cattle, but it's going to help you. It's bound to help you. Shows discipline.
How many other internships did you not get? I mean, how bad are you at the interview process? That the one that picked you was the sheep ranch. Ugh.
It sounds kind of nice to me. I don't know. I would maybe do it for like a month, just spending time with the sheep, probably cleaning up a bunch.
Yeah, just like, going through lint brushes like 2 a day,
Right. Bah.
So much static cling.
Bah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's interesting how I went right Australian for it though. Like, I mean, do you feel like the word itself has that kind of inherent quality to it where you just think Australian?
It's the roux, man.
Yeah.
It's the roux. And the second you hear roux, the first thing you think of is Australian, and that is the case in this. So I think maybe people might have thought, oh yeah, of course they're gonna think it's Australian. It really is, and that's fantastic. I was so amazed finding this word. That there's an apprentice that works at a sheep or a cattle station. I just don't know what you're gaining experience doing, and I mean, aside from working there the rest of your life.
Right.
But I don't get it. I like it, and now we got to get to a scenario. We gotta get something up in here.
I think I have a good one.
Yeah, go for it, Dave.
All right, so since we're talking about living on ranches, so let's say Bob is a big city slicker. He's been working on Wall Street for many a year, but he decided that he wants to go and get to a ranch somewhere. Oh man, this sounds like the plot to a Greg Kinnear movie. So he's just dying to get to a ranch, live that farm life, and he's come to your farm, Mike, and he's just a big old city slicker, and you're kind of welcoming him in, showing him the ropes, and seeing if he could cut it as a ranch hand, as a jackaroo.
All right. All right, mate. Welcome to my sheep and cattle ranch, mate. So, what's your name? Mate?
I feel like this ranch is like in the 1600s, but it's in England.
Mate, what's your name?
Boy, my name is Tibulo Concupiscent.
Alright, we're gonna call you Tibby for short now, mate. Why don't you take that rope there? We gotta wrangle up on some sheep.
He's so drunk. He's such a drunk cattle owner.
Are we wrangling some sleep?
Just
I mean, I could take a little shut off.
Look, Tibby, take this rope, follow me into the field. Walking, we're walking. Up, stop. Alright, no, look there. Here. Here we see the mighty jackaroo in its natural habitats.
I don't want to warn you too much, but that's just a boy staring at some sheep.
Oh, I thought, okay, well, never mind. We'll do the documentary later. Move with me. All right, here we have some wallaby sheep. That's the Australian for sheep. Fuck.
Isn't there anything more dangerous around here? I want to wrangle something that could kill a man.
Hello, Papa.
By looking at it.
Papa.
Oh, who's this here?
Papa, who's this strange man?
Oh, that's right, you're my son. That's what you're going for.
Yes, Father. You strangely have many young sires, but I've never met me, Mum.
All right.
So who's this fancy man in the suit there with the fabric and the Greg Kinnear-looking face?
Boy, why do all of your weird children and all the sheep look alike?
Mate, listen close. This here, Jake, my son Jake. I'd like you to meet Tibby Low Concupiscent.
Hello,
it's a family name.
Hello, Mr. Tibby. I'm Jacob.
And to answer your question, Tibby, what we do here is we have to find the sheep to create stockings for tonguestocks.com. And to do so, we have to hide a sheep.
Oh, do you mind if I say hello to this sheep? Hello, Dolly.
This one here likes you. It's fucking weird.
Daddy, why is the sheep's glands engorged and red? They look bumpy.
Quick, get back! Get back, damn it!
And end scene.
The worst thing I've
Why
ever
did
done.
you keep trying? Never mind. I don't know. I loved everything about that.
None of you were going to bite on the sheep cloning thing. Okay.
No. I did see what you were kind of going. I just, no.
And I completely ignored it, Bob.
No, I now I see. And yeah, I think if we would have gotten
I
Dave
instead wanted to go right down the route of our children and sheep having sex.
And see, I was thinking, how do I bring this back around to our words? People want to know, how do you use tibuloconcupiscent and how to use jackaroo in a sentence? This is.
I think I used it perfectly.
You did. I think we handled it. We learned that it's actually a name. Good work. Well, this has successfully been the worst thing we've ever done. I don't know how else to top it, but I do think that we need to.
I think we'll find a way next week.
I think.
Stay tuned.
I think what we need to do is we need to get ourselves some escalator pitches in. Dave, you started us off. Why don't you give us your escalator pitch quick for Callant?
All right, great. So, Callant is kind of like, it's a great term to know because one of these days you're going to get up the courage to travel to Ginger Mecca, which is Scotland, and finally eradicate the problem from its source. Essentially throw the virgin into the volcano, if you will, and rid the world of the ginger plight. So, you need to know words like these. You need to be smart because the ginger is a shifty, dangerous life form, can't be trusted. And, so I think Callant is a very useful word. And again, it follows kind of my principles for word choice. It rolls off the tongue well, good spelling, pretty basic, short on the syllable front, but oh so smooth. It's kind of like Billy D. Williams. It works every time.
Good. Great. Bob, please give us your escalator pitch for tibuloconcupiscent.
Dave, I hate your word, but I sort of love it now that you've thrown it towards the ginger massacre.
Thank you.
I like it. Okay, tibuloconcupiscent. Listen, you've always wanted a word that will make you feel super creepy even before you say it, just when you think it. Mm-hmm. Now you've got one. Now you've got that guy who just doesn't want you to take off anything. He wants you to put it on.
Yeah.
I want you to put it on slower. So much slower. Slow. But you've stopped. Go. Okay. So tibuloconcupiscent, and just think, you have a guy who breaks into your house every year.
That's pleasant.
And is tibuloconcupiscent. Who is he? Santa.
Ugh.
Mic drop.
Well, I'll get right back up. My word is jackaroo, and you guys know. Hey, Mike. It's a young man working on a sheep or cattle farm to gain experience. Yeah, sure. But everybody has also had those moments where they're like, I'm visiting mom and dad. I know I'm going to get roped into some shit. They're going to make me stay 4 hours later than I wanted. I'm going to miss my dinner with my friends. I know what I'm getting into, and it's unavoidable. Because you can't say no to them. That's also a jackaroo. Yeah, there's other ways to apply this, and it's super fun to say. Jackaroo, right? It's great. It's fantastic. It's Australian, so everybody automatically has to love it. It just works. And that's my word, my winning word this week. Let's get to our votes. Dave, you're going to start us off. You have to pick between tibuloconcupiscent and jackaroo.
I'm going to have to go ahead and pull a jackaroo on this their choice, because that is just a top-notch, solid A word there, mate.
That's actually
terrible accents. Terrible accents.
You are not picking my word because you can't say it.
I don't even know. I think you keep changing it throughout the show, and you keep saying something different, and you're both in on it. And yeah, there's no continuity there for me. Sorry, Bob, but you won't trick me. I'm street smart. I may not be book smart, but I'm street smart.
I appreciate that. I will go next. Callant and tibuloconcupiscent. Now, Bob, I like your word, but again, going back to when you first brought it up, incredibly similar to concupiscence. That already was a knock in my book. You did regain quite a bit by having the fact that it is very specific to whether or not people are putting stockings on. I mean, like that I think is hilarious. It's awesome. Unfortunately, Dave, your definition is just kind of bores me because it's basically a Scottish word for a kid, right?
Yeah, it's basically, but it's a Scottish kid.
But at the same time, I think it's a fun word to say. It's simple, easy to remember. And so all that said, when I tally this all up, I have to go with callant.
Oh. All right, I like
it. It's just a little, it's fun. I feel like I could use it a little bit more in terms of, like, look at that little callant shit over there, like that. Except instead it would be a Scottish accent, so it'd be like, oh, look at that callant shit there, mate.
Yeah. But like, I mean, think of it this way too. Like, it's also a great like word, like a code word just used between friends. So like, you don't have somebody in a supermarket turning around like seeing a little ginger kid and just freaking out and dropping their salsa and like breaking the bottle and like, causing a big scene in a grocery store. Now you can just be like, count on your left, count at your 6. Like, you can have a code so that you're not surprised when you see ginger children out in public without their burqas on. Hey, that son is deadly. Like, any parent that takes their ginger kid out without some kind of like full body skin sleeve Green Man type contraption, that's just bad parenting.
Are they vampires?
They're day walking vampires, I guess. I don't know. They're just weird, man.
I'm wondering, like, if you basically dyed Jake Gyllenhaal's hair red and then you took him out and you had like Bubble Boy Part 2, it would maybe make more sense, right?
The fact that you brought up Bubble Boy like Part 2, like just even that possibility, that's just a beautiful world we live in.
I know.
Let's get that on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah, I think that. Look, we just look, world. We're pretty much kickstarting Reading Rainbow. If we can do that, I think we can do do a Bubble Boy Part 2, Bubble Boy Part 2. Bob, you got to pick between callant and jackaroo.
Oh, let me pick one of these definitions. Let me pick it slow. So slow.
Come on.
Just put on that definition. Just do it. Okay, I'll go ahead and vote for tibuloconcupiscent.
No.
Because I'm the only one who can say it around here. Tibuloconcupiscent.
I said it. I've said it the whole show.
Say it again.
Tibuloconcupiscent.
Is that your vote?
No, god damn it, no!
Oh, you almost tricked you. Almost Jedi mind tricked you.
Fuck you, Bob.
Oh, I almost Bugs Bunny'd you. Oh, so close. Okay, fine. I'm going to... I don't like any of your words.
Really?
I don't like my word. I don't like words. I hate this show. I quit. Okay, I'll cut that in post. Let's go ahead and vote for... I have a deep love for Cardboard James Franco, so I'm going to vote for callant.
Wow, really? My word is so much better, but okay, fine. Congratulations, Dave. You somehow won with callant.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You can even be honest here, too. Not your best word, not your best personal word.
Look at him trying to take points away from you after you win.
But... nonetheless, you won on a technicality. Callant
called voting. Our American right.
Callant is our word of the week. That's just what's up. That's what's going on. Bob, if people want to get in touch with us and they just want to find out, hey, is Ryan okay? How do they do that?
He's dead to us. You can get us at wordrango@gmail.com. You can send us a fun email. You can also get us twitter.com/wordrango. You can get us on facebook.com/wordrango, youtube.com/ pretty much anywhere.com/wordrango, except for iTunes, which you can get super easy by going to the interwebs and tippity typing or Tibia typing bit.ly/wordrango. And that'll take you to our iTunes page. Or heck, you could take a friend there. You could. And get them to start downloading the internet's number 1 word-based podcast. Or you can get them to listen to Word Rango, whichever.
Pull a jackaroo on your mom's iTunes account. Get her interested,
There you
She's
go.
always taking you to Old Country Buffet. Take her to Laugh Town.
In Laughtown, there's no cover charge, ladies. Yeah. We'd like to thank a few of the Word Rangoons from Twitter for their tweet love, like Alpha Gamboa, Zach Davis, Jacob Holden, who found a license plate frame that says the Impala, and the license plate is Vlad the. That is fantastic.
Pretty great.
I want to thank Jeff Duke for my word this week, tibuloconcupiscent. Thank the Optimism Club, Sailor Tweak, Glib Shark, Obo Crazy, Kurt Sasso, Jason_Wilson, Susan Arden, Rowan Kaiser, Sin and Cubba, Hulk Caesar, Hare Copland, You Say We Say, Two Dope Girls Pod, Keith and Julia, the Addie Martin, Julia Double D Harrison, and I want to thank Fantasium Comics and Games for being the most excellent hosts of our King of Tokyo tournament this past Saturday. I'll keep you in suspense until next week about who won because I don't have that note in front of me.
Or it hasn't happened yet. And I'm gonna, ruin the fact that we record before that ad. You can say that. It's okay, Bob.
I want to keep the mystique.
Nope. Not happening. I'm ruining your Mystique. You're like Mystique from the X-Men, except you're dead.
Oh, this is a Mystique mistake.
And that's great. And when you're on the iTunes, 5 stars, leave us a review. It's awesome. I think you probably said it, bit.ly/wordrango. Also, if you have an Android device, let's say, and you're like, man, I wish these episodes would just download automatically for me. There are apps for that. Go to Google Play. You'll find like Beyond Pod and other podcast gathering apps.
I am an Android device. I need the chuckles.
And if you need the chuckles automatically, what you can do is go to wordrango.com. We always have our RSS feeds on there. Just plug that in and I'll set it up for you. It's fantastic. And the same goes for iTunes and all that good stuff. And we're on Stitcher. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. It's all good. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week with 4 more episodes. We're going to do 4 episodes in a week. No, but we do have, I think we have a lot coming up. I'm hoping that we're going to have an episode next week. It's going to be, I'm all screwed up. Yeah, we're going to be back next week. We'll have 3 or 4 words for you guys. Who am I kidding?
Did you just throw like 3 cliffhangers in there?
Yeah, I did.
What the hell's going on?
Triple cliffhanger.
Mate, we'll be back with 4 episodes, mate. This has been Word Rango.
Thanks, Mick Jagger.
Bloody awful.